Alright, and we're recording. What's up, everybody? It's been a while since I posted a video. I wanted to really post some videos. I didn't really know what to post. I was working on some PHP, and cause I was previously working on a course, doing a nice little intro course: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, MySQL, and some of the projects were extremely difficult. Partly it was my fault because I was not doing it every day. And this is something I actually want to just remind people, is to code every day. Not every few days, not in between days, but every day. You need to code every day if you want to get good with this. It's like learning a new language. If you want to get good at something, you have to just do it every day. So because I haven't been doing it every day, it's almost like I have to go back over the course just to pick up knowledge. And I really wanted to post a video, and I didn't know what to post. And then I remember there's this YouTuber I follow. His name is Dylan. I remember he posted all the FreeCodeCamp Academy, and he FreeCodeCamp, Code Academy. I'm like, he posted all these videos, and I wasn't trying to swagger jack him, but then I realized FreeCodeCamp got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 8 new, 7 new certifications. Not cert. I'm sorry, not 7, but six certificates. And I'm like, I can make some YouTube videos about this. Yeah. So I've actually did part of these little courses, these little snips of code back in the day when there was a front end and a back end, and I just stopped because I was doing this other course. But because I finished this course and the projects are getting a little bit too difficult for me, I kind of want to just start small again but be consistent. I said, well, why not I just do FreeCodeCamp, and then maybe I'll go, well, maybe not maybe, but I'll probably go back to it eventually. So I'm gonna make YouTube videos about all of these I guess you could say little code challenges. So to get my not my knowledge, but my confidence back in HTML and CSS. This is actually perfect because all this is just responsive design. I probably will do the responsive design in JavaScript and the front end. So I guarantee you'll probably see a lot of videos about these. And I don't know about these other 3. I have to look into those, but I know I'm going to do these 3. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start. We're going to go to the basic HTML. This is the introduction to basic HTML and HTML5. HTML, or HTML text markup language, is a markup language used to describe the structure of a web page. It uses special syntax or notation to organize and give information about the page to the browser. Elements usually have opening and closing tags that surround, give meaning to the context. For example, there are different tag options to place around text to show whether it is a heading, a paragraph, or a list. Here's an example. So I'm actually pretty comfortable with some of the easier stuff. Like I said, I just wanted this, I kind of want to just get back into like training and actually doing it every day. And so I'm just trying to pick this up again. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the first lesson. I'm gonna probably cover at least 7 lessons for this video because I do want to go to the gym. So we're gonna do at least 7 lessons. Let me get something real quick. I'm on my other screen, so I'm gonna give me a notepad. I know we're gonna do the HTML. First HTML video is gonna be probably about at least 2 to 3 videos. I think 3 max. I think the JavaScript is like really, really long, so that's gonna probably be more than that. So I'm gonna just put some numbers right here. All right, we're on number 1. Okay. All right, so we're on number 1 now. So let's go ahead and begin. Basic HTML and HTML5. Say hello to HTML elements. Welcome to FreeCodeCamp HTML coding challenges. These will walk you through web development step by step. First, you'll start by building a simple web page using HTML. You can edit code in your code editor, which is embedded into this web page. Do you see the code in your code editor that says hello? This is an HTML element. So this is basically, these H1 and this pretty much this H1 tag displays this pretty much hello. You can put anything in here. You can even put hello world, or you can run the test. It's gonna fail, but oh, never mind. Did pass. I guess it's the only thing was go figure. The test was to run hello world, but yeah, you can put hello world. You can put, I don't know. I'm gonna put some ignorant, some most people probably don't know unless you're from Detroit. What up though? I'm just gonna say. Actually, he didn't say what up though. The element should have, of course. I'm supposed to show the output. Oh, the output is over here. I forgot. I remember. So yeah, the output is gonna show right here on the screen. This is your text editor. These are the requirements right here. You can run the test. You can reset the code like I'm gonna do right now. Reset. You can get hints. You can ask for help. Let me see. You can post forms. Create a help post on the form. I remember this. You can, like I said, get a hint. Shows you this right here. I don't think, yeah, obviously there's no help for this one, but pretty sure we're gonna probably click that. So we're gonna go ahead and proceed. Hello world. Run the test. We're gonna hit submit and go, and yeah, that was the first challenge. So we finished the first challenge. We're gonna do the second challenge. Basic HTML and HTML5 headline with the H2 element. Over the next few lessons, we'll build an HTML5 cat photo app. Over the next few lessons, we'll build an HTML5 cat photo web app piece by piece. The H2 element you will be adding to this step will add a level 2 headings to the web page. This element tells the browser about the structure of your website. H1 element are often used for main headings, while H2 elements are generally used for subheadings. There are also H3, H4, H5, H6 elements to indicate different levels of subheadings. So the challenge says add an H2 tag that says cat photo app to create a second HTML element below your hello world H1 element. So it wants you to create another H2 tag. So I don't know if you would notice on the old one it didn't do this. It didn't do the auto code filler. It's just kind of cool with the newer FreeCodeCamp. So we can add cat photo app, and you can obviously do, so you can do H1, H2, H3, H4. The difference between all of them is they get smaller and smaller. So just to prove to you guys, that's 6. So you can get smaller. You can do H3. As you can see, the auto completion comes. H3, H4, H5, and finally H6. Yeah, H6. Alright, so it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. That's all in the header. This is the header tag, remember. They call it headline, but other people call it the header tag. This is, like I said, this puts text on the screen. The largest one is H1, the smallest one is H6. You kind of get the picture. H2, let me make sure our requirements are good. Create an H2 element. Make sure your H2 element has a closing tag. H2 element should have the text photo app. Your H1 element should have the text hello world. Hold on. Create an H2 element. Make sure H2 element has a closing tag. That's done. H2 element should have the text cat photo app. H1 should have the text hello world. Okay, so this should run. Let me see. Yep, it runs even though I have a bunch of stuff in it, which is good. All right. So we've completed number 2. We're gonna be number 3 next. All right, and basic HTML and HTML5 inform with the paragraph element. P elements are the preferred element for paragraph text on website. P is short for paragraph. You can create a paragraph element like this. As you can see, you have a paragraph tag. I'm just going to put this right here. Put a P tag right here. And you can put anything like a test. You see, as you can see, it shows up there. So it just puts it's a paragraph tag, you know. You can put anything in there. Create a P element below your H2 element and give it the text hello paragraph. So I'm going to put hello paragraph. If I can spell. P-A-R-A. Oops. Paragraph. All right. Hello paragraph. So obviously we always want to look at the requirements right here. I'll make this a little bigger for everybody. Create. Yep, I think that's about it. We'll run the test. Sonic boom. Of course, they want some money. I will probably donate later when I get a job. Until I get a job, they won't get any money from me. So sorry, FreeCodeCamp, not right now. So we're gonna do maybe later. Run the test. Test is complete, but it fails. Let's go. Oh, you know, we're on the next challenge. Oops. So we're on number 4 now, and yeah, we're getting halfway done. We're almost there. Like I said, we only just doing the first 7 lessons. Web developers traditionally use lorem ipsum text as placeholder text. The lorem ipsum text is randomly scrapped from a famous passage by Clero of ancient Rome. Like I don't want to say Cleopatra, Cicero of ancient Rome, whatever this lady name is. Lorem ipsum text has been used as placeholder text by typesetters since the 16th century, and this tradition continues on the web. Well, 5 centuries is long enough. Since we're building a cat photo app, let's use something called kitty ipsum text. Replace the text inside your P element with the first few words of the kitty ipsum text and a bunch of text. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna replace this. All right, guys, we're just gonna do that, and we're gonna replace the text of the future. Show a building. Okay. Oops. So it only wants the first few words, so you only want these few words. So sometimes you gotta really read the requirements a little bit. Like I sometimes don't even read this top half. Matter of fact, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit for everybody, because I'm having trouble seeing it. So as you can see, sometimes you got to read the requirements. I'm trying to make this bigger, and I guess this is how big it's gonna be at the bottom. Sorry. So sometimes you really got to just look at the requirements just to see what they want, because you'll read like, oh, they want all of this, and then you put it on there and the test fails. You're like, why the test failed? But you know, you just gotta read the requirements. So I usually just read the requirements and then do the assignment. I'm only reading this just so you guys can see what's going on. Any of you non-coders or non-technical people, I'm trying to keep it as slow and as clear as I can. So I'm gonna go ahead and run the test. As you can see, the test ran perfect. All right, we're on challenge number 5. And hold on, guys, I'm actually doing something. All right, we're on test number 5. This is commenting. leaving, making comments on, uncommenting code. This is just pretty much just putting a comment in your code and say, hey, this is what this function does, or this is what this if-else statement, or this is what this particular block of code does. It just makes the programmer who's looking at the code and say, hey, what is this? Oh, there's a comment. This is such and such for such and such, and they can look at the code and be like, oh, that's such and such and such and such. But for this challenge, it wants us to uncomment HTML, basic HTML and HTML5, uncomment HTML. Commenting is a way that you can leave comments for other developers within your code without affecting the resulting output that is displayed to the end user. Commenting is also a convenient way to make code inactive without having to delete it entirely. Comments in HTML start with this bracket with this exclamation, these 3 hyphens, and ends with a 2 hyphens and a less than sign. So uncomment H1, H2, and the P element. So we're going to uncomment H1 and H2. See, that's all it wants. It wants you just to uncomment everything. Be sure to delete all trailing comment tags. So this should run. Perfect. And we're on number 6 now. Well, hold on. We're gonna get to number 6. Oh, this is something different. All right. Sorry, the screen goes so fast. I sometimes don't even know we're on a different page, but. Alright, so we're on number 6, basic HTML and HTML5, comment out HTML. Remember that in order to start a comment, you need to use this little piece of code and this little piece of code, the beginning tag and the end tag. Remember, you have a beginning tag and an end tag. A beginning tag begins the tag, and then there's something at the end that ends the tag. You'll need to end the comment before your H2 element begins. Comment out your H1 and your P element, but not your H2 element. So you can actually just copy this, Command C if you have a Mac. I think it's Control. I can't remember what it is for Windows. I haven't had Windows in a while. You can Google that. Because you can't do the macros. Like when I say macros, you can't do the right click and all that. This doesn't work yet. So it wants us to comment out the H1 and the P element, but not your H2. So this should run. If we run this, boom. Now we're on number 7. I think this video is getting long enough. So we're gonna put number 7 up here for me to help me remember. Our phone doesn't have much vertical space. Let's remove the unnecessary elements so we can start building our cap photo app. Delete H1 elements so we can simplify our view. Basic HTML and HTML5. Delete HTML elements. That's the title. So we're gonna delete the H1 element. So a lot of this stuff is easy. Actually, that's pretty much it. As you can see, there's nothing on here. The H1 element is gone. We got rid of that hello world. We run the test. Boom, we're done. So we did the first 7 lessons. I'm gonna make another video covering the next 7 lessons. I'm gonna try to keep these concise and short. So I don't know how long this video is, but the video is definitely long enough. I hope you guys enjoy this, and stay tuned for the next video. Take care.